Welcome to our virtual School of Computing Symposium. This presentation is for the class CIS4328, Senior Project 2, taught at the University of North Florida. Our team members are Rand, Rachel, Chris, and Madison, and we are Osprey Web Systems. This past year, we partnered with the company Day of Difference. Day of Difference is an organization in Jacksonville, Florida, run by our client, Jill Auld. Her organization connects companies and employees in Northeast Florida to various volunteer opportunities in the area. This is a fantastic way to get people involved in their community, and we are thrilled to have the opportunity to work alongside them this semester.
Our client has requested that companies, volunteers, and nonprofits have the ability to view the reports without admin involvement. The admin will also be able to view their own reports. In order to do this, companies and nonprofits require the ability to log in. Creating a dashboard provided the opportunity to improve user experience while navigating the site. Our project will extend the report generation feature to provide reports to admins, volunteers, companies, and nonprofits, both on the page and as an exported Excel sheet.
The requirements we identified were that the dashboard for navigation had to be user-friendly, and that the admin had to be able to create a representative for the company and nonprofit, which did not previously exist. Once they were able to log in, or if a volunteer logged in, they should view a report that specific to their user role and only with information relevant to their company or nonprofit. For the account creation, we needed the admin to be able to create the users and add them to the database. The users themselves already existed as a part of the web page, but we expanded it to include companies and nonprofits.
The dashboard is a function that includes what employees will see upon logging into the website.
This use case describes how the admin and representatives view their specific reports by pressing the report button in the event section. It will pull relevant data from the database and display it in a comprehensive report to the representative. They will also be able to export the file to Excel.
We fixed up the existing site to include an account creation and login function. This will enable the admin to create representatives for companies and nonprofits. We created a specific dashboard for each user, as well as a reporting feature for multiple reports for each user. These reports can be exported into an Excel file for easier data viewing. We are utilizing an agile approach for this project. The site is hosted on an Azure cloud service. It runs on ASP.NET, and we are using a SQL database. Next up is Rand with architecture and detailed design.
So for the architecture for the program, we use the Model View Controller Architecture, MVC. You can see we have login, dashboard, and report generation views. They all access the user model, which connects to either companies or nonprofits, if it's a company or nonprofit representative, and the controllers for the account management and accessing the data. On the next slide, we have the database here. Most of this database was already existing from the previous project, but the company representative and nonprofit representative were added to connect nonprofits and companies to a user, allowing them to log in.
Next up, we'll have our product demonstration, and we're going to begin with the dashboard.
Once you log in, you will be directed to the dashboard. This displays what each user is authenticated to see. The dashboard is responsive and compatible with mobile devices as well. Next, Rand will go into more detail about the account creation and login.
For the nonprofit and company, they will both be identical in terms of how the representatives work. Right here, when you're logged in as the admin, you'll be at the create company information. I've already filled this in. Once it's saved, then it takes you to this representative creation. You will fill in the relevant information. And once it's registered, it will automatically log them in right here. You can also log in again here. You can see right there. And if they are logged in as the admin, you can also create representatives after a company already exists or delete representatives. And on to Chris with the reporting.
So for the reporting functionality, we're going to start with the admin. So once you log in, you're going to go to reporting, and you're going to select the date range. And in the interest of time, we're only going to be doing a few of these for admin. But once you do that, you can submit, and you'll see the table that pops up right here. You can export that table, and it will generate an Excel file that you can view. We'll do one more for admin. So this will show the event attendance and registration for each employee. It will show whether they registered for it and if they attended it based on the event. And it will also show you the nonprofit and companies as well as the names of the employees. And if we export that, you can see that it opens this. All right, we will go to companies now. So we log in with the test company representative, go to reporting, select our date range. And this is hours volunteered by employees from companies at each nonprofit. And it will only show data relevant to their company. So so as you see here, it will be only data from Chris Test Company 2. And we can export that. You can see it right here. And we will look at the nonprofits. So once you log in, go to reporting, select our date range, hours volunteered by each employee at the nonprofit. As you can see, it's relevant to them. Export. And lastly, we will look at employees/volunteers and what they will be able to see. So after you log in, reporting, select your date range, select your report type. For volunteers, it's only 1. Hours they volunteered at each nonprofit, and you'll be able to view that and export that.
We would like to thank Professor Karthik, our client Jill, our mentors Jonathan and Jonathan, as well as everyone who supported us along the way.